How you guys doing, everyone? My name is Anthony Dixon. That's D-I-X-O-N. I'm a former employee of Midwest Canvas. I was there between March and May of 2016. And the reason why I'm doing this video today is because there are unfair practices going on in Midwest campuses, and I feel I should stand up and do something about it. When I was there, they was paying me $8.25 per hour, which is below the minimum wage requirement of Chicago, and they were saying that they are allowed to pay me this $8.25 per hour due to training procedures or something. Well, they trained me for about the first 30 minutes that I was there, showing me how to pull the plastic through the machine pretty much, and that was pretty much it. Giving the employees a pay which requires a full training that they're not giving. They're supposed to train you for 90 days, but they only train you for like maybe 30 minutes. But I really want these guys to understand that $8.25 is not enough money to survive on. $8.25, you can't survive on that. And so what we're doing right now, we're trying to get the city, we're trying to get the aldermen, we're trying to get the people, we're trying to get everyone together to let them know that this practice of paying below minimum wage is not acceptable. I went there, so we went yesterday. It was so many new faces there. It was like so many new faces there, but I seen a few old faces that I know. Just maybe one or two, three, about three people that I knew. I walked through the whole plant, and I only seen about three faces I know. Everyone else was new. Everyone else was brand new, and it brings to mind another practice that could be going on as far as how when this 90-day period is about to be over with, they are firing everyone. They're firing everyone and causing new people to come in. So they have a brand new 90-day period with these employees. I was fired like that.
How long did you work there initially?
Initially, I worked there from March, January, March, April. I worked there maybe about two months. I was almost at my 90-day period.
You're almost at the end of your 90-day period.
Almost at my 90-day period, and they fired the whole plant. Everyone, well, laid off, as they say. Laid off. I wasn't able to claim unemployment because I wasn't there long enough. But they laid off the whole entire plant. They called some people back to start their 90 days over with, and
to start the 90 days over with.
Yeah,
So when they hired the people back who had already been trained, as they say,
right,
and were working at $8.50 an hour up to almost the end of their 90-day period, they hired these people back, and they didn't give them $10.50, did they?
No. They started back at $8.25 that they left with. $8.25 they left with, and so.
And did that 90-day period then begin once more, as far as the?
It started over. The 90-day period, it started over. There's not too many people there who actually been there longer than 90 days. You got the management people, but other than the management people, I see maybe not even a handful of people who's been there over 90 days. My friends who I was mentioning earlier, who's been working there, and out there last time, they've been there for like maybe 6 months now. But it's only like 2 or 3 of them. But it's like hundreds of people actually inside of this plant.
Yeah, let's put real numbers to this. There's about hundreds of people here that you know of. How many were laid off at the time that you were laid off?
Oh, wow. About 200 people.
About 200 people.
Yeah, about 200 people.
Who were laid off before the end of their initial 90-day period.
Correct. About 200 people were laid off at the same time with me before the end of their initial 90-day period, yes.
You talked about your injuries. You suffered burns?
Burns, yeah.
And puncture wounds,
yep.
Lacerations.
Yep. Ran over by a forklift.
And you were run over by a forklift.
Yeah.
So you had your foot, the lower portion of your leg?
Yeah, my left foot was actually ran over by a forklift, and I had to go to the hospital because it was so swollen and so damaged. Nothing was broken, thank God. But my feet looked pretty bad for a few weeks. I'm a worker who knows the equipment that a person's supposed to have, the employer is supposed to provide. And so I asked, and they was like, no, they actually laughed at me because it's like, why are you asking for something that you know you're not going to get from us? But They did give me a pair of cotton gloves, some gloves, but that was just I guess I don't know what. But they gave me no goggles. They gave me no face mask. They gave me no helmet. They gave me no sleeves, no arm protection to protect my arms. They gave me no boots. They gave me no steel toes. They provided no safety equipment at all. Anything that's worth having. You know, they deal with sharp objects. They deal with very hot objects. They don't have any type of protection whatsoever, because the knives that they have, you got to constantly sharpen these knives to cut the tarps. And I've seen guys actually cut themselves because they don't know how to use the machines right. And so it's like, if it's very hazardous. It's a very hazardous area. It's very hazardous and dangerous there.
And what?
Oh yeah. I remember this one guy in there. He lost his finger because he wasn't trained properly, and so he was, I forget his name. What is his name? I think his name was Jose. I think his name was. Yeah, he lost a finger because he wasn't trained properly. The machine actually ripped off his entire finger.
Wow.
And so let me see. He was injured. Who else was injured? Yeah, a few other people were getting burned. They was getting burned and stuff like that. They got a thing going around that as where it's real quiet if a person get hurt. People, they fear of getting fired because they feel though if they get hurt, the company already said they're gonna fire you. So they try to hide their injuries and things like that. But no, I can't hide no injuries. You gotta let that be known. Get help.
Yeah, and the conditions around the plant. You said. You were burned. Another guy lost a finger. Are there boundary areas around the machines?
No, that machines like this, they supposed to be when you're working on a machine like this, you're supposed to tag them out. Now, what's called tag out is when they put a lock on the machine to service the machine and things like that. While they're working on the machines and things, no one can cut it on. It can't be cut on no way because it's tagged out, and so it like blocks the power to the machine. And so they don't tag out, none of that. They it's real. So
you saw machines being serviced
without being tagged out.
Without being tagged out.
Yes.
I see. And the operators were sent back to machines, or they were working on machines as they were being. Serviced.
Yes.
My gosh. Okay. Also, the physical environment. I've heard that the roof leaks.
Yeah. They got like tarps rolled together to like to the roof to like direct the rain that comes in to like different areas. You got other parts of the tarp where there's big puddles on the ground from the roof leaking and things like that. Yeah, it's really, and the air quality, oh my God. It's like, if you have any type of asthma, bronchitis, if you smoke cigarettes, whatever, don't come in there because it's like, you see thick clouds of white clouds and stuff like that from the chemicals and stuff in the air. I actually had to go buy me a face mask myself because I was just so scared of the air quality going into my lungs. And so...
So there's no respirators or anything that's
no that circulates the air through. No, none of that. There's nothing there. The air quality. I actually wish the Department of Health come down here and check them out because, I mean, it's terrible. It's terrible.
So we're working in an area where there's standing water on the floor.
Yeah.
And operating machines that are plugged into electricity and workers working. Walking through puddles to get to machines.
Yeah.
I mean, is this what
an everyday thing? Okay, there's one machine particularly, and it's like the whole area. When it rains, the whole area floods in the machine area, and so they put down like cardboards and stuff like that to try to soak up the water instead of repairing the roof and stuff like that. But it's slippery. One guy actually slipped and fell before and almost went under the machine because of that rainwater. Now, I really wish somebody fixed that. It wasn't.
So this is the operating area around the machine that the operators have to stand in.
Right, doing working. Yeah.
Yeah, is flooded. Yeah. They'll have materials on the floor to try and
soak the water,
soak it up, but it's still
ineffective. It's still real floody. And then all it does is break the cardboard up and causes a lot of mess. Very unsafe area around.